So it's been like 5 months. I don't look rough. And I pulled a tooth last night. Besides that, I feel better. Doesn't help my diabetes any. I've been trying to get my sugars down for a little bit. But finally got some, I guess, inspiration to get motivated. So I started working on my Monte Carlo. So, come find out, I get it running after I found a battery that I looked and looked and looked through all the junk pile that I had. And this one actually held a charge. So thankful for that. Come find out, I couldn't get the fuel pump to turn on. I was like, what's going on? What's going on? Well, I shortened the wires here. Just reused the switch for right now. Just to get it to work so I can get to run. And the header burnt one of the main connector wire. So I got all that fixed. Got it running. Let it run for a while. Put a shifter in it. It's actually out of a 66, 67. I don't know if I video any of this. Got it from some guy. It's like ONOS stock. They come with instructions and everything. I don't know if that's hard to see. But anyways, it looks pretty good. I'll get in here for you. Now I was able to use mostly same linkage. I had to change the dimensions on the bracket and stuff. And I did reuse the reverse lever that I had on the old shift, 3-speed shifter that I put in here that I bought brand new. And this one, the stick's at a little different angle. It is a little funny because it's kind of at an angle for neutral instead of being cross like your normal H pattern. It's a little neutral. It works, it's fine. But I'll get another video clip in here on how this works. But it's in first, second, third, fourth. Pull it back in neutral. Push down all the way, locks it into reverse and back up, and that's still in neutral. Gauges work. The engine holds like 40 pounds of oil pressure. The temperature gauge, it's down now because it's been a couple hours, but it rises. I don't have the voltmeter hooked up. I got these gauges for the Malibu, which I'll show you here in a second. These are actually bluish tint. I mean, that's blue from the factory, but so are some of these gauges that come out of there. If you look, there's a little blue scratch here if you can see it. And then on the back side of this, it's blue. It's actually not black. It's blue before they paint it black. But it's like this color, which is what the Malibu is. Well, these are blue in color. Put a light in there and it kind of shines. I could put some, blue LEDs in it or whatever. I was just checking it out, because now I got matching gauges for the Malibu. Really don't know what to ramble off. I got no brakes on this thing. That's because either one, the master cylinder is leaking, which you can probably see there. And this caliper was locked up tight. So I was able to get the caliper piston to push in. So I don't think the hose is bad, because it's got brand new brakes and hoses and a brand new line that runs all the way to the back with the T, and then to the wheel cylinders, which everything's been new. I mean, it's been 8 to 10 years since I put them on there, because I used to daily this thing. And then so I gotta fix that. I can steal parts off the Malibu, but I really don't want to take anything off of it. I'm broke like normal, but if I can figure out a way, I'll figure out a way. Then as this thing's running, it's puking. I don't know if you can see it, but it's oil and water. And I don't know if it's coming from, because this is a Vortec motor, so it's still got the stock factory Vortec timing cover. And I took the sensor out of it because I went to fix somebody's vehicle and they needed one, and I had one. I didn't know if it was good or not. It wasn't good, but I brought it back and I thought I put it back in, but I may have not have done that. But as you can tell, it's been sitting here for a couple months. I had it covered for a little bit, and some days it's not covered, but I have it covered if it's going to rain or something, so nothing gets in that new AVS carb and all that, which that's probably 2 years old. I know I'm rambling. I had to use this car to jump it. Well, while I was sitting here, I did clean it, clean the interior out of it. I did this last weekend. I mean, it's all right. I don't know. I need to get the paint or something so I can paint it. Was going to wrap it. I started wrapping it like a burnt orange color, but lost patience and really have no time to do it. And I don't have another vehicle to drive around so I can pull it apart and do it. But I was going to put my slicks on here, and sure enough, roll one over and it's got a screw in it. I thought that the screw was sorry, my camera went off. I thought the screw was just a small head. It's got rust on it. So the last time I went racing was last October, I think, and I was actually gonna go Friday. Today's Sunday, and I didn't. Sorry, I'm trying to think what I was gonna say. I didn't because I had stayed late at work and I had something else to do. I don't remember exactly what I had to do. But anyways, I got two spares. These are 17 by 5s, two different styles. One's actually the factory spare. I think that one, this one, is the one out of my Mustang. I got this one when I worked at the Dodge dealership. They're not the same. I wish I had two that had holes in it or two that were straight, because I was going to get me some front runners and throw them on there for a drag pack, you know, because I'm cheap and I don't have no money. I can't find nobody trying to sell fronts. This is a 15-incher from Fox Body Mustang. I was going to try it here in a little bit, but like I said, I went to looking at my 28 10.5s, and I'm actually needing to just buy 26s whenever I come up to money, because I want to run a smaller tire or a 235/60 radial. Nobody wants to run those because you can't get traction. Well, my car only makes 300 horse to the wheels and 322 foot-pounds of torque. Now, I did put headers on it, shorties. I got a video of that and everything, but I need to have it retuned. And maybe it'll pick up a little more. I don't know. Ain't really helping me. If you watch back on my other videos, I don't know how much I posted on there, but I put Cobra Jet springs and single adjustable struts on the front, Cobra Jet springs all the way around, and it's got strange single adjustables in the rear, strange up front too. It's the same setup I got from a buddy. So now I got fully adjustable suspension. Right now, the way it's set, it actually picks up in the front, and you can feel the weight transfer, and that's what I'm trying to do to get, you know, the better times. And I ran 8.6. I think it was 8.641 or 43, something like that. So anyways, 8.6s in the 8th with a 28-inch tall tire, 355s. It's 5-speed manual. Obviously 4.63 valve. I do have a 100 shot on it, but I don't have a bottle and I don't have a progressive controller, just like a window switch, which I'm probably going to get one if I get some time, money, whatever. That would be the safer route, and I need to run at least 2-step colder plug and then take the 50 degrees out of timing. 1 degree per 50 horse, you know, just to be safe. I can take it out on my handheld. It's already tuned for that, so I'm safe everywhere. I just need to do it and get a bottle filled, where I'm working now, which is Johnson Automotive, which I have his Mustang on the video, which you'll see at the end of this. But anyways, so this was in here and popped out, but so now it's flat. So now I got to get another set of radials. I do got some 15-inch front runners, but I don't have any 15-inch tires. And then, even though mine's the base GT for 2010, I don't know how big my calipers are. So the 15-inch wheels, whatever I get, might fit it. Or I can find some 17-inch front runners if somebody's got some or something, and then maybe I can work a deal or something and get them on them, at least spares, so I have something to run at the track and get some weight off the front. But I think with the 410 gears, because I got those two, I just ain't put them in yet. 410's a 26-inch tall tire, or 25 or something for a 235/50 or 235/60. You know, Mickey Thompson, either a Sportsman or I think these ones are ET Streets. So one of the two. Or if I can even just find a standard slick like a Hoosier, that'd be like a 26/8. I did have some, but I let them go for somebody to have a roller. to use them to roll around so they could get a vehicle moved so they could get their stuff going, and then I mounted a set of slicks for them. But long story short, I mean, I do got these big old 31s, as you can tell, but they ain't gonna fit. I know I'm kind of rambling, I'm just kind of showing you what I've been doing. I don't know if I showed anything. I do got a big block. It's 40 over, 454. Crank's not that great. As you can tell, they put, you can feel this ridge right here. They had like 10 under bearings on the crank, which is fine because it's all smooth and everything. But on the rods, there were 20 under, and I don't think they needed to be. So I don't know if I'm going to have this crank machined and go like that. Whoever had it put up, it was a buddy of mine's, but whoever put it up before he got it, I know it's a little dark in here, but the pistons and rods, they're aluminum pistons already, a flat top 2-valve relief design, and all this nasty old gunk looking on them is actually grease. So they greased them and left them in there, and it was all covered up. Besides that, I think you already knew about the 5.3. I still have to get the head bolt out of the 400 and go from there. The reason why I say that is because I'm in a debate. I did get a cam from another buddy. This is Howard's, like a street stock cam. And it's about 540 lift on a 250s 260 duration lift split. I can give you the part number, and I'll just post a picture of what cam it actually is. It's for dirt track racing, and I got to get springs, but this is that little 307 I got. Yes, these are LT1 heads. Like I stated in previous videos, I've already had these welded up and then on the coolant put passages. So I might throw these on here, because with this and 15,000 shim gasket, which I have, they're sitting right there. One problem is they're 4-inch bore, and then now when you get head gaskets, you can't find hardly any like new stock 3.90 something bore head gaskets anymore for these older motors, like for a 283 or 307. You know, hell, I think a 265's got a 3.5-inch bore. But now it's all like 4100, 4.100, and if you're trying to get quench up, you know, or you're trying to run higher compression, I just think it leaves quite a bit of a gap in between the ridge of the cylinder and the cylinder head. I mean, if you run good fuel, I don't think you might have issues with, you know, there's a lot of different scenarios, but you could have pre-ignition, detonation, stuff like that, which I'm hoping I don't have with that, even though it's a 4-inch bore on a 3.875. But with that, everything's set up. These are 54.5 cc heads on pretty much 25 thousandths in the hole. They're a positive 4 cc piston that's in these. I don't know if you can see that. Keep going off, sorry. But anyways, with this cam, if a good springs, if I buy the springs for it, or find a set that I can work with these, or if I have to modify these like I did for the LS springs, because for a while back in the day, in the 90s, early 2000s, they cut these guides and stuff down and everything, and ran LS1 or LT1, not LT1, LS1 or LS6 springs on them, which I have a set of LS6 springs on the heads over there, and yeah, I could use them, but I just don't want to put them heads on here. They don't flow as good as these. And I can, you know, drill out this intake. I've already ported it to a 1206 gasket. I can go ahead and lay those on it. Now, here's the other thing, though. Because this motor's got flat top pistons in it, too, and everything else. It's nothing fancy-dancy. You know, flat top 400, 5.7 rod combination. But the thing about this one is I can put the LT1 heads on this just the way they are with the right springs and that cam. This will probably make more torque and power with all the whole setup. But this one, it would be, instead of like 10.5 to 1 on that little bitty motor, this one it's like 1183 to 1. And then if that, a standard head gasket, because it'd be best to use a Cometic or something, or a multi-layer steel, because I'm planning on using nitrous on this motor, because I got the rings gapped to 30 thousandths. I don't know, I got an old video on what I gapped them to at the time. With 40 thousandths crushed gasket, it comes up to like 8.3 to 1, or 8.3 to 1, 10.83 to 1, or with like a 39 thousandths, which I think that's what those are, and they're a factory stamped gasket for a 400. It's like 39 thousandths, and it comes out to like just a little bit more bump. It's like 11.86 to 1. And that would be great for this cam, because that cam has to have at least 10 to 1, or 10 to 5 to 1 to operate right. And it's like 3 to 7,200. That's the RPM range. Like I said, I'll put a picture in there. I got the picture already on my phone from doing all the looking and whatnot, and we'll go from there. I'm really debating. I'm supposed to be getting another 450 big block. Man, I can't even speak. I'm rambling. I'm getting another 454 big block from another buddy, as I sold my little Toyota, and he did me a trade. It's 30 over already. Apparently, it was a reman too. This was at one point in time. You can see the sticker there. But I'm supposed to get it from him, and then either a 283 or 327. He said he didn't know, and I never even went and looked to see the block numbers. But if it's a 283, my father-in-law is wanting it, and maybe work out a deal with him. As far as that is, all this junk and whatnot I got laying around, I did get my machine and balancer. I talked to somebody for it. I don't know if I got a cam for that 454 too. I don't know if I really said I wanted to build a garage over there, which I probably will eventually. But if I'm ever going to start a business like I plan, and I'm the only one doing it, I guess I'm going to have to just start where I'm at. I already basically cleaned out the storage shed unit. Been selling tires here and there. I got to go get more. For all that know me personally, they already know this, but I got it up off the ground. I'm just going to hook it to the pole and just run it out of there. Just time, mainly just time, because I haven't really spent any money to get it going. I'm trying to be not in debt when I start. I want to start making money right off the bat. But now I'm not going to put the slicks on, because I was just going to put the spares on and the slicks, and I was going to go to work tomorrow and see if I couldn't use the draggy that my boss has and see what we can get it to run. It's got a cheap filter on it right now, because the other one I got to clean and put back on. But besides cleaning up and doing a little stuff here and there, the only thing I got to do is show you the Malibu. So give me a second, I'll walk back here. Yeah, I got some motors. Fix them and sell them. It is what it is. But I put it together. I've been painting it. Now there's some spots and stuff that still need to be addressed, and I still need to wet sand it. But I don't know. Well, you can see this. Yes, I'm leaving the top black. I am going to fix all the sides here a certain way. I'm probably going to lace the top. Same thing. Started putting other little body panels on there to see how it come out. And for what it is, I cleaned most of this out. I got to vacuum it. I do got a tank. Battery trays already in here. Switch. Stuff like that. I'm not putting that bumper on there. I need to find me a fiberglass one. As you can tell, I don't know if you can see it. There's runs and stuff. I'm going to try to wet sand it all out. Now, there's like 3 coats of paint on each panel. So the fenders, the front grille, the rear quarters, the doors, everything. I even went as far as, on this door I still got to do it, but I went as far as painting all the door jambs and the seals and the bar, because it was black. I'm just painting the inside here. I'm going to make it look all fancy. Obviously there's a boost gauge and sheet metal intake, sheet metal door, a skin, and I got to do one for over here because I didn't get it. But I got like all these extra parts and stuff. Got the front wiring harness here. The rear harness is still in the car. I got a window switch. I got 2 window motors if I want to put electric windows in here, which would be cool. Yes, there's overspray on the windows, but I'm going to clean it all up. I got to find the trim for the windshield. I'm going to put that back in. But, I mean, it's, you know, it's a work in progress. It ain't perfect. It's a race car. It's a 10-footer. And for somebody that doesn't do paint and body like me, mechanically, I could just throw this car together and just drive it and do whatever. Just don't really know what I want to put in it. I got another, apparently a 455 motor with a turbo 400 trans, a BOP transmission. And I got that from another buddy. And I was thinking about putting that Pontiac motor in here. Apparently it's de-stroked. I don't know what cam or nothing in it. He's got another cam for it. He's also got an Oldsmobile 350 he was thinking about getting from him. I was thinking about getting from him. But he don't know nothing about that motor. And he just knows that that one ran. It was in not an S10, but a Ford Ranger. They had their own custom headers on it. It's got long tubes on it now from something else. But the motor supposedly runs and it's de-stroked to like 425 cubic inches. I don't know much about the Pontiac 455s, but that motor would run good in here, especially on 100 or 150 shot. And yes, I am going to put nitrous in here. They already have a tube over here in the back that's run through. I'm just going to, you know, work with what I got. I don't think it looks too bad. I already put the front grille together. Well, not the front grille, but the front clip. I painted the fiberglass bumper that come with it. I just have to make mounts. I mean, obviously there's nothing in it. I just got to get them aligned, because if you look, the front corners and everything are fine, then it splits all the way up. So it's all good here, and then it splits. And even though I get these body lines straight, is what I'm going to try to do. It don't have to look pretty, but as long as I can get it straight and over enough to where this hood fits pretty good, I'll buy these little strips for the locks, you know, and that way I can lock these all down. But I did put this motor in here. Still got to finish bolting it in and everything, and then I got to take the valve cover off because I think the rocker arm's hitting here, and it won't let this motor spin over. And when I got it from where I worked out in the scrap yard, it spun over. But I picked it up and I hit it with the skid steer like a ding dong, and I tapped it and I dented it in. So I got to pull this off and dent that out. I was putting this together for my brother because he was wanting it, and I don't know, but I'm gonna have to get brakes and stuff put back in it and then bleed them all. I need a wheel cylinder. This one I'm not real too worried about. I should have just put a stock TBI 350 back in it and been done with it. And then hers, I think the fuel pump's bad, so I gotta drop the tank and put a paint. I can't even speak. Put a fuel pump in it, and it should be good. But I don't know. I'm at the point where I'm about to just start selling it all. But we'll see. I know I'm trying to keep my head up. You know, one thing after another, it seems like. But maybe I'll get there. But so far, I'm hoping, you know, everything starts to look good. It's way too bright on camera for some reason. It's not that bright. It's more of a dull color. I don't know why. The sun's shining. There you go. That's more of that color. And then it'll have a gloss black top, like the hood. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I even went into... I didn't pull this sill panel off and paint underneath it. I probably should have. But to be honest, this has been painted I don't know how many times. Like I said, it's been yellow, it's been red, it's been this. I should have probably took some time and sanded it down and everything. It's in like a black primer. Obviously this ain't black primer. This is like a black paint that they had it sprayed, because they sprayed all the trim pieces. So now I'm thinking about taking all the trim off, sanding it down, scuffing it as good as I can get it, and then finding me some, like, because see, it's just coming off, finding me some like black chrome paint, and maybe black chroming all this out. It ain't gonna be perfect, but it'll look okay. And like, I mean, I painted everything, the seal, I'm gonna try to get all this stuff off and nice. Fix the door. I'm gonna drill a hole through this one for the lock. I don't know if the lock piece is actually in it, but I'm gonna put one in it because every time you shut this door, you can't open it from the outside, and this handle ain't broke. It's actually unlatching. But I was thinking about buying a key set. It's like $50. You get 2 keys for the door and you get 1 for the trunk, because this trunk lid, I had hell getting it off. I had to pop the clip and pull that out because I didn't put it on the thing. And I just sat it on here and I locked it like a dummy. But like I said, I'm debating on what I want to do, because really I could just throw one of these, like that 307, together and don't even make it pretty. Just slap it together. That gives you a project for the LT1 heads that I said I would check out. Throw the cam in it, everything else. It'll make good power. It'll spin pretty high, but I might not make a lot of torque. But this one's got a 389 with a spool and C-clip eliminator in the 7.5 rear. So technically with a 389 gear, if I put the 6-speed in it with that little motor, it would run pretty good. Or I can just take that 3-speed truck transmission, throw behind there, because it might not make enough torque to break it, and just give me a stock drive shaft for this, because I already have another Jegs cross member right here that I got on my Monte Carlo too for the 4-speed Saginal I put in it, and go from there. But the problem is, you know, like I said, the old lady wants to ride in it. I need to get some bucket seats. I'll probably put a little carpet in it, kind of nicen it up. It ain't going to be perfect because the floors have been patched and stuff. It's got a little rust here and there. It's just, you know, a race car. It is what it is. A race car with a title. But since she wants to drive it, she's either going to have to learn to drive stick, or I'm going to have to put like a turbo 350, a turbo 400 in it, so she knows how to, she can shift it through the gears, first through third, first through overdrive, whatever. But I'd show her. It would probably have a reverse manual valve body in it, because I'm going to take it to the track. That's the whole plan. Drive it on the street, good looking, take it to the track kind of deal. Now, it's already got 16 spares on it. One's off Camaro, one's off, I think, a Dodge minivan. But I got to put new tires on them. They're junk. Or I can put the 17-inch GTO spares on it. I think they're a little too far offset, but I think they'll work still. But that's a 17-inch too. And they're black, so I mean it would match. They're gloss black. But other than that, it is what it is. Been cleaning this place up, doing what I can. I got chickens and turkeys, and my dogs, my pigs. And I got I got 2 turkins. And they're just funny. I built this little pen out of nothing. There you go. Chirp, chirp, chirp. There's my turkeys. And then I got another baby turkey over there, a little black and white one, and other hens. And my chicken started laying eggs. So, see how it goes. So, until next time, if I get some launches or any racing or anything else going on, I'll post it. I have quite a bit of footage of Aaron's Mustang making 910 horsepower on the dyno with a 250 shot, so stay tuned. He's so stupid. Well, this is 4,000 RPM. Launch in the Mustang. You did obviously first and second, and then I let out. That was 4,000 RPM launch on the 235/50 18s, which are just the stock junk tires. Don't hook, but it went straight. bulb out, and then part of the bulb on the backside. All blinkers were good and bright.
Well, that's nothing to take a picture on, bud.
I'm gonna take a picture.
Okay, that looks better.
Looks better on camera too.
Get those wheels pulled up next.
The first video was just NA with 6 degrees time to be taken out. This is the second video. How much shot are you running on this?
Should be 150.
150 shot.
But we'll see.
Alright.
Sometimes you gotta adjust your nitrous to get what you want. But we're just gonna make sure everything's working here. Then we're gonna bump up the pills. We gotta pull the intake.
Yeah. Sorry for the camera angle, guys. I ain't got a lot of room. Oh, you can see it. Alright guys, so this is the middle of the day, but here I'll just do an intro. I'm at Mustang Muscle up here in High Ridge. Owner's name is Matt. I don't know if you can see the number up there or not. 636-677-9987. But you know, there's some Mustangs out front. We already did a pull this morning on 150 shot on Aaron's Mustang. We got the intake off of it right now. Going to change the pills out for 250 shot, and we'll make another run. As you can tell, it is a humid and rainy day. Got a few stuff here, like Matt's, I'm assuming this is Matt's wife's car. It's twin turbo. There's a whole bunch of different projects here. I'm not gonna be able to show all of them, but I got dyno clips. I'm gonna try to get what I can today. I'm gonna get you the second run and get you maybe not a dyno sheet, but the dyno graph, and I'll let you know more about it. Here's some more cars and stuff. As you can tell, we got it running. We just put the intake back on it, changed the pills to 250 shot. Gonna give it a rip here in a few minutes. Once it warms up, we'll go from there. Same thing, 460 or so. Well, that's with like 10 degrees taken out. As you can tell, This little spike right here, when I hit it with the 150 shot for the first time, that's torque converter lockup, and it comes down and it's about 700 all the way across. He's got bottle pressure up, as you can tell. Just heated it up. So we'll probably make a rip here in a second. Bottle pressure's up. No, you're fine. I'm just letting you know. Another pull on motor. By the way, this is 19 GT Premium 5 liter. Ported heads, cam, intake, nitrous, full suspension on RC comps. Run 6.7s all motor. Should be the 250 shot. Real quick, yesterday this 3-valve over here made it's Edelbrock supercharger. They put long tubes on it and hot rod cams. I didn't get a video or nothing. I didn't have my GoPro phones out of memory, but it made like 457 of the wheels. And I don't know about whoever's 3-valve this is, but this SVE drag pack is the one I wanted for mine. And in person, it looks awesome. There's the 250 shot. This is Friday. Which one was it? 28?